morning, namaste, and happy fall. So we are officially, seasonally in autumn, and it seems like you really can feel it. So this is the season of Vata. And, you know, everything is always changing. Change is constant, but for some reason, the changes that happen this season seem highlighted. And the reason may be that in the Vata season, Vata is mobile and changeable. So we can really feel that quality of changeability, of ungroundedness. It's also rough, so it can sometimes be a bit rough. So we want to calm down, ground down, slow down, smooth things out. And that's the intention of the practice. Take samastiti to begin. And be aware of the floor underneath your feet. Feel that grounding, stable feeling of the earth element that you're in contact with under your feet. Take a moment to just settle into that sense of standing still. Find a soft focus for your eyes. Notice your breath. And let its movement be slow and smooth. Let the sensation of standing still with your feet well grounded against the floor, the breath moving slowly and smoothly, let that sensation fill your awareness. And let that quality continue to infuse your practice. We will be moving, but we're going to move slowly, and we're going to stay a little bit longer. We're going to stay for one breath, then two breaths, then 3 breaths in many of the positions. Begin by placing the right hand behind the back, and if it's comfortable, go ahead and put it right across the lower back, or you can have it lower if that works better. We're going to leave that right arm there throughout the vinyasa where we're moving into the forward bend with just the left arm, and then we'll switch. Find your soft and steady gaze. Again, tune into the feeling of the feet against the floor. Have a sense of stability in your body, but not rigidness. So notice what's going on with that back hand. It doesn't have to be stiff, but be aware of it. Same thing with your left hand. Can you have a feeling of ease in your fingers without letting them be too floppy and out of your awareness, but also not too tight or not overly straight? This is called Sthira Sukha. Moving into a forward bend with just the left arm moving. We'll stay for 1 breath, the first repetition. Keep your gaze steady. Keep your feet steadily on the floor as you inhale, raise the left arm forward and up. And as you exhale, bend forward, feel your belly button coming into the spine. Go down into your forward bend. Relax your neck and shoulders. And stay for 1 breath. Find that breath in. And slowly out. out, releasing a little bit more deeply into the pose. Inhale, stretch the left arm forward, bring yourself back up tall, and then move slowly as you lower your left arm down. We're going to keep the right hand behind the back and keep working with the left arm. Slowly raise the left arm forward and up as you inhale. And with the exhale, gently draw the navel in and fold yourself forward. Release into the forward bend, relax your neck and shoulders. Stay for 2 breaths this time. Slowly watch the breath come in. And slowly the breath goes out. Take another breath like that. And then use an inhale to float up to the top. Feel your right hand behind your back. Exhale, slowly bring the left arm down. Move as slowly as the breath will allow without any strain. One more time. Inhale, take the left arm forward and up. Be aware of the floor underneath your feet. Exhale, hug the belly, bend down. Keep your balance evenly from front to back of the foot. Hold into the forward bend. We're staying 3 breaths this time. Letting the breath come in slowly. And move out slowly. Take 2 more breaths like that. After that 3rd breath, we'll inhale and float the arms forward. Come all the way up to the top. Sorry, that left arm only forward. And exhale, lower the left arm down. Once the left arm is down, relax your breath. Release your right arm to your side. Come to Samastiti with a soft and steady gaze. Standing still. Allow the breath to move at its natural pace now. And notice the impulse, if there is one, to wiggle around or readjust or fix something. That's Vata energy. And it doesn't mean that we should never move, but be aware of it. And if you don't have to, be still. So we're going to place the left hand behind the back in the same way. Letting it come flat across the center of the lower back if that's okay, or down a bit lower if that's better for you. Sthira Sukha in both hands. So awareness but no rigidity. Steady gaze. Inhale, raise the right arm forward and up. And then with the exhale, slowly bend down. I'll take 1 breath here. Slowly the breath comes in and out. Then use the inhale to float the right arm forward, slowly opening the chest, rising to the top. And exhale, bring your left arm down in time with your slow, long exhale. Sorry, the right arm down, the left hand is staying behind the back. And we'll go again. Inhale, raise the right arm forward and up. With the exhale, we're bending forward and going into the forward bend, where we'll stay this time for 2 breaths. And then with the inhale, float to the top. And with your exhale, slowly bring the right arm down the front in time with your long, slow exhale. One more time. Inhale, right arm forward and up. Hug the belly gently in and bend down with your exhale. 3 breaths, please. Breath is long and smooth. Stay with the breath. relax the upper body a little bit more with each exhale. Then we use an inhale, float that right arm forward and up, rise up to the top. Bring your right arm slowly down with your exhale. Once the breath is completed and the arm is at your side, release the left arm, come to Samastiti. Breath relaxed, gaze steady, feet even and grounded on the floor. Awareness in the body, standing still. Let's turn and take a wide stance. Actually here I'd like you to use your blanket or a yoga block if you have one, or a small stool. So we're going to do a version of Parvati Trikonasana, but I'd like you to have something solid to put your hand down on. A blanket, folded blanket would do, or a nice firm cushion, or a little stool would be nice also. And we're going to place the prop down in the center. And the legs are wide, but they don't have to be extremely wide. Vata can get a bit extreme, so let's keep things moderate. I wanted to show you one thing before we go. We're going to do a krama like we did last week. So we inhale, and then we're going to exhale and stay up and twist. I want you to just twist a little bit. Keep your pelvis still and turn just above your waist. So I could twist this far, but then I've got movement in my hips. So when we twist, you're going to go very gently. Be aware of your feet staying on the floor and your pelvis staying still. Don't let your hip come forward. So it's just a small turn. And then from there, we're going to bend down and we'll have the hand on the block or the whatever prop you have. And you know what? We're also going to put the top hand behind the back instead of reaching it to the ceiling today. So a few modifications, all of which have a rationale. Okay. Feel the feet. At the inhale, float the arms gently just up as high as the shoulders, palms turned up. Keep your hips still and exhale, turn just a little bit to the left. So think of turning your chest and your shoulders all in one piece. Not as far as you can go, but as far as you can go with stable lower body. Stay here while you inhale. Then as you exhale, top hand behind the back, bottom hand down to your prop. Turn the chest and we'll stay for a breath. And then lift up to the top. Arms gently wide, palms up. Keep your pelvis steady and turn just a little bit to the right. Try to keep your pelvis still as you turn the upper body. We'll stay in, inhale. Then exhale. Take the left hand down to the block, the right hand behind the back. Turn your chest. Stay for a breath. And inhale, float up to the top. Exhale, slowly bring the arms down to the sides. Feel the outsides of the legs. Feel your feet. Again, float the arms wide with the inhale, not too high, palms up, soft shoulders. Steady in the legs and the pelvis and turn just a little bit to the left. Stay and take an inhale here. And then twist down, top hand coming behind the back, bottom hand to the prop. Turn your chest 2 breaths this time. Be aware of your feet against the floor, your hand against the block. After you're done with 2 breaths, float up to the top. And turn slightly to the right, steady in the lower body. Stay and inhale. And bend down. Place the top hand behind the back, bottom hand in the block, 2 breaths this time. Feel your feet, feel your hands. You got a tripod against the earth element. Inhale, come on up to the top. And exhale slowly, the arms come down, touch the outsides of the legs. One last time. Inhale, float the arms out wide. And gently twist to the left. Move slowly, we're not going far. Stay and inhale. With the exhale, bend down, hand to the block and the back. 3 breaths this time. Smooth the breath. After 3 breaths, float up to the top. And exhale, turn slowly, just a little bit to the right. And inhale. And bend down with the exhale. Feel your steady stance. Stay for 3 breaths. Inhale, float to the top. Exhale, lower your arms and place your hands on the backs of the thighs. Relax your breath and stay here for a moment. We're going to go into a forward bend and stay for 6 breaths. Keep your hands touching the backs of the legs. Exhale, slide the hands down the legs. Then down into a forward bend. Keep touching the legs or the feet. Relax your neck. Stay for 6 breaths. Gaze steady behind you. Keep the breath smooth. Let that be your primary focus. After you're done with 6 breaths, you're going to slide the hands back up the backs of the legs on an inhale to come upright. Relax the breath. Then we'll slowly step to Samastiti. Take the block away. Come to Samastiti at the back of your mat. Regain your steady stance with your soft gaze. Feeling the feet. Noticing the quality of steadiness in the body with no tightness. Let the breath move at its own pace, in its own way. Right, we're going to take Ardha Utkatasana, the half squat. We're doing this 6 times. We're going to be staying down in the squat position. So keep smoothing out your breath as the heart begins to beat. We're going to try to keep the breath nice and smooth and even. 6 repetitions, staying down, 1 breath each time. With the inhale, float the arms forward and up. With the exhale, bend the knees and place the hands on the front of the knees, the top of the knees, front thighs, and we'll stay here. Gently inhale and exhale. Connect with your feet. Inhale, float your arms forward, straighten up the legs, and exhale. Slowly bring the arms down the front. Take your whole smooth exhale to lower the arms. Again, inhale, float the arms forward and up. Exhale, bend the knees. Fold down, hands are going to sit on top of the front of the thighs, right near the knees. Relax the upper body, take a breath. Gently curve spine. Forehead can drop a little closer to the knees as you exhale. And inhale, float the arms forward. Open the chest, straighten the legs, stand tall. And exhale, slowly the arms come down the front. Keep the breath smooth. 3rd repetition. Inhale, arms forward and up. And exhale, bend the knees, hold down. Feel your hands against your front thighs. Stay for a breath. And inhale, float up to the top. Keep the breath smooth as your arms come down the front. 3 more times. Inhale, arms forward and up. And exhale, bend the knees and fold forward. Keep the breath smooth, stay for a breath. Connect with your feet. Inhale, float up to the top. Slowly bring the arms down the front. 2 more times. Inhale, raise the arms forward and up. Exhale and bend down. Stay for a complete breath. Inhale, rise to the top. Arms come slowly down with the exhale. Please do the last repetition on your own. As you come down into Samastiti, settle into the position. See if you can do that with as little readjustment as possible. Let the breath move freely. Keep your soft, steady gaze. Let your awareness be full of the sensations of the body, of the breath. Keep it simple. Vata is a very creative force and it always wants something new. So we're going to dial it back and give it a little less new sensation as we go through the next month or so. Simplify. All right, let's take a vinyasa with Virabhadrasana and a modified asymmetrical forward bend. Place the hands on the hips, steady the pelvis, turn the right toes out just a little bit. Keep your belly button forward, take the left foot forward. Go ahead and take the left foot a little bit wider. They're going to feel very stable on your feet. And then place the hands so you're touching the outer thighs. We're going to go through the vinyasa and return to the pattern of staying 1, then 2, then 3 breaths. Be aware of your feet. Keep a good, steady awareness in the bottom of the body. Inhale, raise your arms just up to shoulder height, palms up, bend your front knee so the front ankle and knee are in line, soft shoulders. Keep your knee bent, and as you exhale, fold down and place both hands onto the top of the front of the knee, and stay for a breath here. Once you've completed the breath, keep your knee bent, raise the upper body, float the arms, be easy in the shoulders. And then as you exhale and lower the arms, straighten the leg, place the hands onto the outer thighs again. Second repetition. Inhale, float the arms. Keep it smooth and flowing. Bend the left knee. Exhale, fold down. Place the hands on the front thigh. And stay for 2 breaths this time. Slow the breath down, smooth it out. Knee is still bent here. We're going to use an inhale to come up. The knee is still bent. And with the exhale, lower the arms, straighten the leg. Touch the outside of the legs with the hands. Last time. Inhale, float the arms, smooth movement, bend the knee. And fold down with the exhale, keep your knee bent. Touch the leg. Gently round the spine. 3 breaths here. Knee and ankle should be right in line with each other. After your 3rd breath, we'll use an inhale to come up. And the exhale to lower the arms, straighten the leg, touch the outsides of the thighs. Relax the breath. And then move your left foot back to join the right. Align the feet. Samastiti. Have the sense of settling into Samastiti. Like you're returning home. Here I am. Go to the other side. Do the same thing on the other side. Place the hands on the hips. Keep the pelvis still. Externally rotate the left leg in the socket. Feel that left foot. You're grounded in the heel. Step forward with the right. Take it a little bit wider. Feel both feet really well anchored into the floor. Touch the outsides of the thighs. Know where your eyes are, soft, steady gaze. Keep the breath smooth and subtle. Keep the movement smooth and flowing. Inhale, raise the arms just to shoulder height, palms up, bend the right knee. Feel your feet. Exhale, bend down. Place the hands on the front of the right thigh, right ankle and knee in line with each other. Stay here for a breath. The knee is still bent. With the inhale, float the arms out wide, lift the chest. And then with the exhale, lower the arms, straighten the leg, let the hands come onto the outside of the legs. Second repetition. Inhale, bend the knee, right ankle and knee are in line, arms float. Exhale, bend down. Place the hands on the leg. Stay for 2 breaths. Feel your feet. Relax the upper body. Feel the work in the legs. Then use an inhale to lift up. Your knee is still bent. Exhale, lower the arms. Touch the outsides of the legs as you straighten the front knee. Last time. Inhale, float the arms, bend the right knee. Soften the shoulders. Exhale, bend down. Hands on the front thigh. Spine gently rounded. Count 3 breath cycles. See if you can sense the Sthira Sukha. So it's steady but not tense. Your leg is working, but let there be a sense of freedom, of flexibility in that work. After you're done with 3 breaths, keep the knee bent. Inhale and float up. Exhale, lower the arms, straighten the leg. Touch the outsides of the thigh. Relax the breath. And then step the right foot back to meet the left. Align the feet. Steady the gaze. Soften into this awareness of being here in this body, in this breath. Standing still. Steady but not tight. Relax but not flopping. Okay, we're going to take a vinyasa with Chakravakasana and downward facing dog. We'll be staying both in the child's pose moment of that and the downward dog moment. If your forehead doesn't touch the floor when you do child's pose, please get a blanket and bring it down in front of you. So when you go to child's pose, if you need something underneath your forehead so that you can relax your neck, please do that. I'd like your head to be touching something. So either the floor or some prop. You could use your block here again also. And we'll begin on all fours. Once again, we'll stay 1, then 2, then 3 breaths in the 2 positions. Inhale gently through the nose, let your chest gently lift. We're going to child's pose first. As you exhale, tuck your tail under, bring your hips back, relax your elbows, forehead down to the floor or your prop. We'll stay here and take a breath slowly in and slowly out. Then inhale, rise up onto all fours. And as you exhale, tuck your toes and move into downward dog. Feel free to keep your knees bent if you like. And slow breath in through the nose. Slow breath out through the nose. Then with the inhale, knees come down to the floor. Make this movement smooth. With the exhale, tuck your tail under, soften your elbows, move your hips to your heels, place your forehead down on your prop or the mat. We're taking 2 breaths this time. These are conscious breaths, not resting breaths unless you need a resting breath. So keep engaged with the smooth, subtle, lengthened breath. After the 2 breaths, you'll inhale up onto all fours. Tuck your toes as you exhale, move to downward facing dog. Steady your gaze, feel the floor under your hands and your feet. 2 breaths this time. Push the floor away with your hands and lift your sit bones. After 2 breaths, inhale your knees down to the floor. Last time through the vinyasa, exhale, hips to heels. Move into child's pose. Be sure your elbows are dropping towards the floor. Please support your forehead on something and take 3 slow breaths. Feel your hands against the floor. See if you can get the ball of the index finger down. Relax the hands. Notice your feet. Feel that stretch on the front of the foot and relax your foot. Feel the support underneath your forehead. Soften the neck. After 3 breaths, inhale to all fours. Exhale to downward dog. Last time here. 3 breaths. Feel the floor underneath you. Push the floor away with your hands to raise your sit bones up. Reach down through your heels. They may or may not touch the floor. Even if your knees are bent, you can reach towards the floor. 3 smooth breaths. And once you've had your 3 breaths, inhale slowly, the knees come down. And we're going to keep the toes tucked and sit up onto the heels. Relax the upper body. Settle. Soften here. The more challenging this is, the more sensation this provokes, the more you need to soften. Let's come to lie down on the back. You may want a blanket nearby, not necessarily for this vinyasa, but the next thing. So why don't you just have a blanket nearby, and then we'll lie down on the back. Knees bent. Arms down at the sides, feet on the floor, preparing for Dvipada. But we'll take a moment to feel the floor drop into the floor. Now we have not just our feet, but also the sacrum, the back of the lower ribs, the shoulder blades, parts of the arms and hands, the back of the head, all of these points in touch with the floor. Give into that support. Settle here. Let's move into Dvipada. We're staying 1, then 2, then 3 breaths here. For this pose, please do not have a blanket underneath the back of the head. Eyes closed if that works for you. Feel your feet against the floor. Keep them steadily against the floor. With your inhale, raise your hips and stretch your arms up and back to the floor behind you. You can soften your elbows if you want so you can get your hands down. We'll stay for a breath. Steady through the feet. Keep working the legs. Then we use an exhale to move down. Feeling the floor come underneath the lower back, the sacrum. Feeling it touch the backs of the hands. And then we'll go again. Inhale, lift up. This time 2 breaths. We stay for an exhale, pushing the floor away with the feet. And inhale, gently, smoothly drawing the breath in. Take another breath. And then we use the exhale to move down slowly. And one last time. Inhale, raise the hips and stretch the arms up and back. 3 breaths this time, beginning with the exhale. Then smooth inhale. We'll complete that cycle 2 more times. Feel the floor underneath the feet, even feet against the floor. Feel the work of the legs. Feel the shoulders and the back of the head touching the floor. And once you're done with the 3 breaths up there, use your exhale to come down and make it smooth. A smooth breath and a smooth movement. And as you're ready, relax. Again, as little rearranging as possible. Feel gravity. Your bones be still. The only movement, the movement that's accompanying the breath. If you like, now you can place the folded blanket behind your head. We're going to lift the right foot up and interlace the fingers behind the back of the right thigh. Just see if you can feel your tailbone, your sacrum down on the floor. I'm going to try to keep that connection. So we have the left foot touching the floor and the sacrum touching the floor. Maintain, and we're going to raise the right leg, straighten it up to the ceiling, and stay for a breath. And with your exhale, bend the knee. You can hug it in a little bit if you want to give your back a stretch. Then we're going to go up again. Inhale, straighten the right leg up. Support the back of the leg. 2 breaths, please. Feel your shoulders. See if you can feel them drop towards the floor rather than pull towards the ceiling. After your 2 breaths, exhale to bend the right knee. Settle, and if you like, you can pull in and stretch your lower back a little bit. Then get that sense of your sacrum under you. Inhale, straighten the leg last time. Support your leg and stay for 3 breaths. As little tension in the shoulders as possible. Again, feel free to have a blanket behind your head if that helps. Now we're going to keep working with this leg. So as you exhale, we'll bend the right knee. Keep it bent. Inhale and straighten the left leg out. Slide that heel away from you. And then as you exhale, go to a twist. Pull your right knee over towards the floor on the left. It doesn't need to touch. If you want to take your blanket, if you're not touching the floor with your knee, take your blanket and slide it underneath your knee. Inhale, stretch the right arm out, have it lower than shoulder height. So not too much stretch in the shoulders. 6 breaths here. If at all possible, have the right knee in contact with something, either the floor or a prop. Soften your right shoulder. Smooth the breath out. After the 6 breaths, inhale, return onto your back. Exhale, bend your left knee, place the foot on the floor, and inhale, lower the right foot down. And relax. Again, as little readjustment as possible. Sink into gravity, relax the breath. Feel the support of the floor. Now if you have a prop, a blanket or a block, put it over on your right side in case you need it later to support your leg. We'll do that sequence on the other side. We're going to bend the left knee into the chest and interlace the fingers behind the back of the thigh. Settle the body. Feel your right foot and your sacrum down on the mat. Relax your shoulders. Keep the sacrum down. Inhale and straighten the left leg up to the ceiling. Stay for 1 breath. And then exhale, bend the knee. And if you like, you can pull in a little bit and gently flatten the back out. And then resettle the sacrum and inhale, extend the left leg up again. 2 breaths this time. Soften your shoulders towards the floor. Then use an exhale, bend the knee, plug it in. And last time, settle the sacrum down on the floor. Inhale and stretch the leg up. 3 breaths. And as you exhale, bend the left knee and pull it into the chest. As you inhale, slide the right heel away to straighten that right leg out onto the floor. And then we're going to exhale, pull the left knee to the right. And here's where you can use a prop. If you're not touching the floor with your knee, bring the prop underneath the knee. Left arm is stretched out, lower than shoulder height. 6 breaths here, please. And when you're done with the 6 breaths, use an inhale, roll onto the back, bring the knee back into the chest. As you exhale, slide the right heel in, bend the knee, and inhale, lower the left foot down to the floor. And settle for a moment. Relax the breath. Settle inward. We'll slowly lift one knee at a time into the chest and place one hand on the top of each knee. Gently cup the knee, fingertips pointing towards the toes. Relax the legs, soften your shoulders, soften your face. 6 repetitions of Apanasana, nice and small with this movement. So the idea is not to make the biggest possible motion, but actually the most subtle motion that supports the breath. So as you inhale and expand the chest and then the belly, the knees move out just a little bit away from the chest to accommodate the expanding of the belly. And then as you exhale, draw your navel in, just hugging the thighs in gently to feel a little bit more stretch in the lower back, a little more compression in the belly. Please do 5 more breaths like that. Keep it smooth and subtle. And after you're done with those repetitions, Slowly bring your feet down to the floor. Feel the bottoms of the feet touching the floor. Feel the back of the pelvis, sacrum, settling into the floor. Relax and soften your belly. Feel the contact between the backs of the ribs, the mid-spine, the shoulder blades. Notice the touch of the floor in all of those places. Keep softening the shoulders. Feel the arms held up by the floor. Relax the palms. Soften the fingertips. Relax in the center of the chest. Relax in the space between the collarbones and in the pit of the throat. Soften up the back of the neck. Feel the back of the floor, the back of the head touching the floor. Release the heaviness of the floor into gravity. Release the heaviness of the head, into gravity. Feel the floor behind you. Relax the neck. Soften the face. Soften the very top of the skull. Relax the scalp. Now we'll slowly move into final relaxation, extending the legs out. If you need to cover yourself up for warmth or for a feeling of stability, feel free to do that. One nice thing to do for overactive Vata is place a folded blanket on your belly. So feeling that little bit of weight there is quite grounding. Once you've settled the body comfortably and are sure that you're warm enough, let yourself sink again into the pull of gravity. Allow these few moments, during these few moments, allow the body to really be still. Keep filling your awareness with the sense of the body being supported by the floor, the sensation of the gross parts of the body, the bones, the muscles, being still, the nervous system therefore having less input and getting a well-deserved rest. The breath here is completely free, so however it comes in and out, let it do that. Keep your awareness on the fact that the body is breathing and also relaxing and still. Settle inward. Notice the stillness of the body, the relaxed flow of the breath. Feel the floor underneath the body. With continued awareness of the floor underneath you, draw a deep, slow inhale in. Take a complete, long exhale. Then with an inhale, very slowly, begin to move the hands and reach the arms up overhead. Take a nice long stretch. And then continue to move slowly. As you're ready, bring the arms down. Turn slowly over to your right side. Draw the knees into the chest. The spine gently round. Little stretch for the lower back. And as you're ready, come up and sit comfortably using a cushion or a chair for support. Once you're upright, feel your sit bones into the support of your cushion or the chair. If you're on a chair, have the feet flat on the floor. Come away from the backrest so you're not leaning back, but your sit bones are rooting down, your feet are on the floor, the spine is lifted in either position on the chair or the cushion, but not stiff. Soften. Once you're comfortably seated, settle your hands where they're comfortable. They can be on the knees or the lap. Relax your shoulders, close your eyes. And take an inhale very gently. And then as you exhale, be aware of relaxing the left side of the body. Inhale gently. And as you exhale, be aware of relaxing the right side of the body. And inhale gently, the awareness comes to the center. And exhale, relax the left side of the body. And gentle inhale. And exhale, relax the right side of the body. Inhale, awareness in the center. We're still supported and upright. Exhale, relax, but don't collapse the left side of the body. Inhale, awareness into the center. Exhale, relax the right side of the body. And inhale into the center. Continue like that for a couple more minutes on your own. We're going to begin to be aware of both sit bones on the exhale. So we'll inhale through the center. And exhale, be aware of both of your sitting bones. Inhale gently. Exhale, be aware of both sit bones. One more breath like that. And then relax the breath. Settle inward. As you go through your day, see if you can find some moments to be still. Either stand still or sit still. And see if not only can you have the body still, but the mind, at least for a few breaths, resting still inside the body. Slowly open the eyes, draw the hands to the chest in Anjali Mudra. Namaste. So lots more in this vein for the next month or couple months. More explicit stuff about Vata coming your way, and also just some more experiential practices of trying to be slow and grounded and smooth. So I will see you here next week. I'll be at Conklin Hall on Thursday. Take care. Happy fall. Bye.